Alright, everybody. No time for introductions. We are going to be covering every single thing that's wrong with Battlefield 2042 and also all of the amazing features that have been removed from this game for absolutely no reason. So I don't have any time to talk here. There is a lot of things that we have to discuss. Now, the biggest problem for me when it comes to Battlefield 2042 is the god-awful gunplay, which it hurts so bad because in the beta it was completely different. But for some stupid god-awful reason, they decided to add bloom into the game. So because of this main reason, as you see here, I mainly just go around flying the Nightbird, some other helicopters, I'll ride around in tanks. Vehicle gameplay is the only good part about Battlefield 2042 right now, because over half of the weapons don't even shoot straight. All of the assault rifles are straight garbage, besides the very last one, which is a burst rifle. It's actually pretty decent, but you have to grind up to, level 40? So you have to go through 40 levels of pure pain and torture with only using the SMG category in order to get this assault rifle, and it's not even all that at the end of the day. A lot of the other ARs would completely outclass this weapon if the shots actually connected to the enemies. Adding the stupid amount of bloom into Battlefield 2042 has single-handedly ruined the whole gunplay experience. I mean, shoot, you can even pick up a DMR, a single fire weapon, not spraying, not going crazy with it, and you aim very carefully with it, shoot one bullet, and it'll drift off all the way to the right of the scope. Why? Bloom is just... That right there is the reason why you guys are probably going to be watching Nightbird gameplay a lot on this channel, because I refuse to use these crap. I want to curse so bad, but I'm going to try to tone myself down here for today's commentary. But the weapons are garbage. They have to be resolved. And the funny thing is that they're not even making that their main focus right now. They actually went ahead over on Twitter and posted out that they're working on the revive system, and they're also toning back some of the vehicles like the Nightbird that you see here, and also the hoverboat as well. And those are a few good changes, but seriously, gunplay and bloom should be right up there with all of the fixes, along with servers as well, because seriously, they can fix the servers, they can nerf the vehicles and everything, but if the guns still can't shoot and connect bullets, and a shooting game, it's chalked from the start. And what do you guys think is the second worst thing to mess up when it comes to an FPS game besides the core gunplay? The frickin' connection to the servers. If the bullets can't hit because of bloom, and on top of that the hit reg and the connection is all over the place, the whole game is just crap at that point, especially if it's a shooting game. I can't find good ping servers. And you want to know why? Because for some strange, ridiculous reason, the developers at DICE thought, hey, you know what? No server browser is a genius idea. You never did it with any of the other Battlefield titles, but you know what? Battlefield 2042, this is the one. This is the one where no server browser will revolutionize the whole Battlefield community. This is by far I know I said the gunplay is the stupidest thing I've seen, but no. This right here, it tops it. This is so unbelievably stupid. I don't know what the reasoning behind this is. I don't know why they did this in the first place. But the best part about Battlefield, and the main reason why I always love this game, is because one, players are able to be creative and make their own servers and have their own blast of a time while playing their game and their core experience, not having to go into Portal, which was never a thing back in the day. But nowadays, I guess you have to go into Portal and edit a game mode in there instead of just having the core game work properly. And two, the connection. The best part about Battlefield that makes it stand out from games like crappy Call of Duty with their horrifying matchmaking is the fact that I can go from lobby to lobby, look through the whole list, and find the one with the best connection for me personally. So I never, ever have to play with crappy ping when I play a Battlefield game. But those days are long gone. Battlefield 2042, it's no server browser, so every other game I'm rocking 100 to 200 ping because they won't put me in a good connection lobby. And it doesn't work in Battlefield either. You know, Call of Duty, if you have bad connection, it's like whatever. It's all close quarter combat, so it's bad, but you know, you can still tolerate it. But in Battlefield, when like half of the engagements are medium to long range, and on top of that, you're lagging and rubber banding with 100 plus ping to 200 plus ping, it doesn't work well. Bring back the server browser. Seriously, whoever thought of that idea, I'm not trying to be rude here, I'm not trying to be mean, I understand the best way to communicate with the developers is to try to be as nice as possible, but seriously, this is the most dumbass idea I've ever seen. Who thought of that? Who thought of removing the server browser in a Battlefield game? Mind-boggling. Now, this next one took me a little bit to actually come to a conclusion on, and actually the homie Stormy really opened my eyes to this one, along with a bunch of other different problems in this game. But the map designs are interesting. Now, personally, I really love the looks of the maps, the vibes of the maps. I love the battles that can happen in each location, even in, non-flag locations, just random parts of, the landscape. You can have really cool outcomes to, battles and mini skirmishes that are going on. It's really cool and fun. But I feel like 128 is a little too low for these size of maps. The maps are cool, they're good and all, but the player count just doesn't fit them correctly. I actually heard that the last gen version of this game works 10 times better because there's less players than 128, but the maps, all of them, aren't just cut in half to make it work, and it works a lot nicer. And I always found it crazy because I could get more kills in a game like Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, any of the past Battlefield games. I can get more frags than I can in a game with 128 players. And I think a lot of players and a lot of people in the Battlefield community felt a little weird about this because when they said they wanted more players, they wanted more action along with it. You know what I'm saying? These maps, I could see easily 200 plus players on these maps to make it, more action packed. But sadly, the game's already out, and trying to reform this game around 200 plus players is going to be a ton of work. That's 110% not happening anytime soon. Maybe in the next Battlefield title, but definitely not in this one. So what I'm hoping for is that next gen and PC players can opt out of playing the 128 version and can actually go to last gen version, play with the half map with less players, just if they want a more action-packed game, I guess I should say. Because I don't mind these large maps. Again, like I said, I love the majority of all of them. But certain lobbies, I can go the whole game and find like 10, 15 kills. And again, I feel like that's kind of insane because in past games like Battlefield 4, I could easily get 30, 40 frags every single game on the, that's the low count of kills I'll get every single game. The high count of kills, like you can get 60, 70, 80, 100 plus kills as an infantry player in Battlefield 4. And I can't even come close to those numbers in this game with 128 players. I just hope they allow us to opt out of these larger scaled maps on the occasion so we can have the best of both worlds. Then, of course, there are bugs. Every single lobby, not half of them, not a quarter of them, every lobby I have to redeploy at the launch of the game because it never lets me pick my specialist. Sometimes it doesn't let me pick my, my weapon. Other times I can't even use my plus system or even change my weapons into plus system. Have you even seen videos of how vehicles react to certain environments? I mean, Shroud was flying around in a jet, and it was bouncing off of buildings like it was bumper cars or something. It never explodes. On top of that, hovercrafts are absolutely dominating the whole battlefield. That's why I'm saying I like to stay in the air a little bit more in a tank, because if you're infantry, first off, the guns don't even shoot straight, and then you have hovercrafts floating around, absolutely shredding people because they're impossible to destroy. First off, it doesn't take any infantry bullets or anything like that. You have to use rockets or some type of explosive to take this thing out, and in order to kill the individual, gunner that's inside, you literally have to be right up close and personal and shoot through the glass a lot. It's not like the, the Jeep or the Humvee, whatever you want to call it, that you can drive around and then it's completely open and the gunner is vulnerable. No, you are locked inside this little hovercraft that is immune to, bullets, and you have to explode it with rockets that can absolutely shred with the minigun. There's so many problems that are going on in this game right now that are just killing the overall flow. Talking about killing the overall flow of a Battlefield game, the squad play. First off, I'm so tired of only having 4 people in my team. I want to play with my friends. This isn't a battle royale. Why can't they put a good enough player count to allow 5 to 6 players in your squad? Just allow a full squad of players to play with one another. I never saw a problem with this in the past. Battlefield 4, what? There was never too many people spawning on one player, and if there was, they got melted anyways. They got absolutely obliterated. So I don't see why there's an issue with having 5+ people in one squad. And on top of that, there's absolutely no squad play. You can't use comms in game. You can't even talk to everybody in the lobby either. You can only talk to your own team in the little, text chat. Why? What? Like, first off, they took away the scoreboard in the game, which we'll talk about in a second. And they also took away the all chat, so I can't even type to everybody in the game? Dude, like, what is wrong with DICE right now? Why are they trying to protect all these players for absolutely no reason? But the squad play is just non-existent, along with having a pointless squad lead that you can never even know who the squad leader is at all times. And you don't even get rewarded for doing anything. I do not even mark objectives. You don't get any extra score. You don't get any extra anything. It doesn't benefit you on the leaderboards. It does nothing. Battlefield 5 honestly did squad play the best. They gave you tons of points for actually completing objectives as a team and marking them down. And on top of that, if you mark them down, the squad lead gets benefits with getting bombs, ammo drops, smoke barrages, artillery drops. You actually get rewarded for doing stuff as a squad leader, which encourages the squad leads to actually mark stuff and, try to get the team working together. It was fantastic. And they stripped it. They stripped it all from Battlefield 2042. For what reason? Now nobody does anything. Everybody runs around as a solo player. And it doesn't help with the specialist system, which I enjoy. I like the specialist system. I think they're pretty cool, and I use each and every one of them because, in my opinion, they're all very effective in their own way. But the specialist system, plus the horrible squad system, equals everybody running around as a solo and having no teamwork. It kills the whole overall flow of a Battlefield game. Like I just said a minute ago, another problem when it comes to Battlefield 2042 is the horrible scoreboard. Once again, I made a commentary about this in the past, but this is by far the worst scoreboard I've ever seen in the history of my whole FPS career. It is just pure stupidity packed into one scoreboard. Everything right now is pure stupidity. It's blowing my mind. But there's no incentive for team play. Every single time you capture an objective, or every single time that you resupply a teammate with health or armor or ammunition, or you take out a vehicle, anything doesn't go to the scoreboard. The only things that go to the board are revives, kills, and deaths. Now, revives, yeah, that's good. That's, definitely team worthy. That's good to, get yourself up on the boards. But other than that, it's based all off of kills. So if you're playing solo, or even if you're playing with a team, and you all aren't getting kills, and you're not fragging out, but you're playing amazing OBJ, and you're playing great with the team, getting tons of revives, tons of assists, and you're doing great spotting enemies and stuff like that, that's not going to get you anywhere on the boards anymore. Back in any other Battlefield game that I could possibly think of, I can go neutral or even negative and still get in the top 5 of the leaderboard strictly by just playing OBJ. But nowadays, you can't do that, I guess, anymore. That right there completely defeats the whole purpose of Battlefield, because now nobody wants to play OBJ, and the whole thing of Battlefield is PTFO. Play the freaking objective. But why in the world would anybody do that if they're not getting rewarded for it? And to finish off this commentary, I'm going to show you guys a really juicy list here showing off all the things that have been neglected when it comes to Battlefield 2042. Now, I don't know who made this list here. I just saw it in a Twitter reply. So if you guys know the specific person who went ahead and, put this list together, make sure you leave their name down in the comment section so we can give them a shout out or something like that. But the list goes on and says that there's fewer vehicle types, no naval vehicles, besides the hovercraft, of course, no vehicle gunner direction indicator, no lock-on director indicator, no vehicle enter or exit animations, which I honestly don't really mind. I hated that from Battlefield 5. I really did. It just took up so much time. So honestly, I'm glad that that's not in the game. No tank turret decoupling. I'm not actually sure what that is, to be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know what that is, but apparently it was a pretty decent thing. Less vehicle driver pilot customization, no tank zoom customization option, no tank gunner customization option, no heli gunner secondary weapons, no separate heli fixed wing control, no rocket aiming reticles for helicopters, no control input while looking behind, free looking in an aircraft. Then we go on to the next page here that says infantry gameplay. Fewer guns, fewer infantry gadgets, no manual leaning, no diving while swimming, no high wall vaulting, no crouch sprinting, no backwards prone, no explosive knockback, no rolling after falling from heights, no ammo or health pickup off teammates, no scope zeroing, no paused reloads, no melee weapon choices, no thermal optics, no indirect tire gadgets, less anti-tank launchers, no lock-on launchers, no AP mine claymores. Okay, let's keep going on here. Core features, no single-player story campaign mode, no standard server browser, fewer standardized game modes, no persistent lobbies, fewer in-game assignments, no class system, less character customization option, no profile progress stat page, no battle log stat tracker for other players, no global leaderboards, no end-of-round assignment progress screen, no dog tags, no custom emblems, fewer achievements, no medals, no cross-game profile screen, no spectator mode, no permanent community servers. I think that's where the list finally ends. Now, I think a few of these things were resolved later on in this game for the full build. I think this list might be a little bit old, but a lot of the things that were mentioned in here are still true till this day. Seriously, so many missed opportunities. It's actually depressing reading all of this stuff and seeing all the amazing things from the past being just completely blown out the window. But guys, I'm just going to leave the commentary off there. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave like bombs. I hate it. Leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so. Twitter and Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games that are over on Twitch. Link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.